Speaker. One, that the only person who has the benefit of the contents of that decision is yourself. No member in this House, Mr. Speaker, has had a chance to read that particular judgment or decision of the High Court. Mr. Speaker, we are happy as a House that you are a lawyer. Not just a lawyer, but a lawyer with a high number of standing before our judicial system. So that, Mr. Speaker, this House and the National Assembly, I think for the first time now, not for the first time, even in addition to the other speakers, will benefit from your experience, Mr. Speaker, on some of these matters. Mr. Speaker, when you made a pronouncement today, some few minutes ago, I had the feeling that you satisfied yourself as our speaker, that reading the ruling in the judgment of the court, you were satisfied that was proper for Senator Gloria to be in the House. But, Mr. Speaker, it is a house of debate, that particular judgment or decision of the High Court. Mr. Speaker, we are happy as a House that you are a lawyer. Not just a lawyer, but a lawyer with a high number of standing before our judicial system. So that, Mr. Speaker, this House and the National Assembly, I think for the first time now, not for the first time, even in addition to the other speakers, will benefit from your experience, Mr. Speaker, on some of these matters. Mr. Speaker, when you made a pronouncement today, some few minutes ago, I had the feeling that you satisfied yourself as our speaker, that reading the ruling in the judgment of the court, you were satisfied that was proper for Senator Gloria to be in the House. But, Mr. Speaker, it is a house of debate. It's a house of order. It's a house where we borrow from previous rulings from the House, from the Speaker, and so on. Mr. Speaker, I want to join my colleagues in saying that perhaps it's an issue where it may be necessary for you as a Speaker to avail also that particular ruling, so that these members, Mr. Speaker, will be able to have a chance. And even those members of this House with a legal mind can be able to apply their minds to this. Mr. Speaker, sir, this House was heard by Kenyans when the debate was ongoing on the motion that was brought before this House. And the same public, Mr. Speaker, should also be informed as to the reason why Senator Gloria finally came. Mr. Speaker, nobody should in any way, directly or indirectly, deny our colleague Senator Gloria the benefit of the judicial system in this country. So that, Mr. Speaker, if it is truly pursued within the framework of the law and also our procedure here, then she will enjoy the benefit of the law. And, Mr. Speaker, it's a house that we need to be careful, so that, Mr. Speaker, our reputation as a house in this Senate will be recognized by our citizens, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, if you look at Article 159, as I conclude, it talks about judicial authority. Judicial authority is derived from the people and vested in and shall be exercised by the courts and tribunals established by or under the Constitution. Sub-Article 2, Mr. Speaker, says,
Mr. Speaker, I would like to urge the committee to take this matter very seriously. It's about time Kenyans realize that not every Kenyan can own a piece of land. Number two, Kenyans must subject themselves to the provisions of the Constitution, which in this matter, Mr. Speaker, is that matters of land in the Constitution of Kenya were handed over to the National Land Commission and not to the Senate of Kenya. So if Kenyans have gone to the National Land Commission and they have not gotten what they wanted, they should not fall back to the Senate. Maybe the farthest they can go, Mr. Speaker, is to go to court and challenge the decision of the National Land Commission. It is true that everybody has a right to petition this House, but we want Kenyans to be urged to realize that what we call public land, Mr. Speaker, is the land which at the date of the promulgation of the current Constitution was at that time unalienated. So if land was unalienated in 2010, that opportunity of you partaking of that public land is gone. You cannot expect to now be a beneficiary when the Constitution has, Mr. Speaker, clearly now defined that either you are sitting on private land, you are in community land, or in your public land. This, I believe, Mr. Speaker, will serve as an opportunity for our committee to carry people like the people who are applying, 29,000 from Pumiani. If you give the 29,000, how about the children of the 29? Again, they'll come with their claims. You will not have anywhere, even where, to build a pit latrine. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Mazayo. Senator Mazayo, you've donated your time to Senator Hamida. Very well.